It gives me great pleasure to welcome Mr. Bob Imai this morning on behalf of the Vedanta Society of Toronto. He will be talking to us today on the principles of happiness. Mr. Imai was born in Japan and trained as an engineer. He worked for the Toyota Group as a research engineer and renounced his secular life to join the Happy Science in 1995 to become a monk. He came to Canada in 2008 with the aim to make all people in this country happy. Happy Science is one of the largest religious organizations in Japan based on Buddhism. Once again, a warm welcome to Mr. Imai.
Thank you very much for a great introduction. My name is Bob Imai. I'm very happy to be here. Swami Kripamananda gave me a chance to speak in front of you. I'm very happy to be here. As I introduce myself, I used to be an engineer, but now I'm a monk. It's a great change. But I'm really happy now. And it's a very great opportunity to meet like you. So I'm very happy to be here. And about the Happy Science, one of the biggest religious organizations in Japan based upon Buddhism, but transcend Buddhism. Hinduism is including Buddhism also. I can see Buddha in the picture. So I'm very familiar atmosphere in this. And we started from, oh, that's very nice sound, and makes my heart calm down. Today I'd like to talk about the happiness, but already you look so happy. So it is not necessary to speak about happiness anymore, but anyway, I have to start. The happiness I'm talking about is a bit different from the one in the worldly happiness. If I think about the happiness, such as like wealthy people or promoted people, like a president, are they really happy? And most of the wealthy people are suffering from illness, like a diabetes or something like that. And also, the company president having lots of medicine, like anti-depression. So we cannot find any real happiness in this world anymore. But here, I can see your happiness. We are singing the song. It is about happiness. That's very nice. Before going to the detail, I want to know about the Vedanta Society. I checked the internet about the Vedanta Society. The motto or theme of the Vedanta Society is like liberation for oneself and service to mankind. That is exactly the same motto we have, Happy Science. Our motto is like enlightenment and creating utopia. Liberation for oneself is another word. The enlightenment, that will give us the freedom. And also service to mankind, that's what we try to do. Creating utopia in this world. Increase the number of people who have spiritual happiness. Today, I'd like to talk about the happiness, principles of happiness. In order to get to know the happiness, the most important thing is exploration of the right mind. That is introduction of the happiness. Exploration of right mind. What is right mind? Right mind is in our heart. Deep inside of heart, we can find a divine self, divine beings inside of our heart. Golden heart or diamond heart. It's a divine nature. Same characteristic that God has. We have divine nature in our heart. That's we are going to explore. This is the premises of the exploration of the right mind. Today, please take a look at the handout. This is what we are going to learn about. The principle of happiness. There are 4 principles to obtain happiness. First one is principle of love. This sounds like a Christian, but actually the same meaning of the compassion that Shakyamuni Buddha taught. What is love? I love sushi. I love curry. Is that love? No, that's not love. Love is forgiving. And the true essence of love is originated in we are the child of God, child of Buddha. We have the same characteristic that Buddha or God has. God and Buddha is love. That's why our original nature, divine nature, is love. In happy science, the definition of love is love that gives. Do not expect anything in return. Just give. Give love to the others. That is a true love. In this world, lots of sufferings. People are suffering from many things. But the root cause of the suffering is trying to get love from the others. That is a reason of the suffering, cause of the suffering. If we try to give love to the others, there is no suffering. It's a happiness. Don't expect anything in return. Return is coming from the God, from the heaven. And also, when we think about the love, there is some sort of a developmental stage of love. Certain levels. The first one is the fundamental love. That is the love that gives. It's very difficult to put into practice. But more difficult one is the nurturing love, spiritual nurturing love. Many people are suffering, but sometimes it's not enough to give love to the others. Just giving is not enough. Sometimes we have to nurture them. That is the second stage of the love, spiritual nurturing love. This love is a kind of leader's love. Teachers, politicians, or like a scientist, anything, trying to make the people happy as a leader, nurturing love. The next stage is forgiving love. It's a kind of love of angels, love of bodhisattva. It's a kind of religious love, such as Mother Teresa. That's kind of love of bodhisattva, angels. So here in this world, we came to this earth to improve the quality of love. Fundamental love to spiritual nurturing love and to forgiving love. It is not so easy to forgive others. It is easy to love somebody who respects us. It's easy. But can you love the others who hate you, who hurt you? Can you do it? It's not so easy. In order to forgive others, we have to improve ourselves. Then we can forgive the others. This is the essential part of love. But basic, fundamental love is love that gives. Give love to the others, do not expect anything in return. And the purpose of this life is improve the quality of love. This is the first principle of happiness, principle of love. A second principle of happiness is the principle of wisdom. Knowledge is a power. And also, if we have a lot of knowledge, we can improve our life. But most important knowledge, wisdom, is spiritual truth. You are studying like a Veda, that's very nice. Upanishad, very good. Spiritual truth, learning spiritual truth is very important. Because we are spiritual beings. In happy science, this is the one metaphor or just an example. The most important concept is a spiritual view of life. Spiritual view of life. This concept is telling that we are spiritual beings. Our true self is soul. You believe in soul? Our soul is eternal. Physical body dies, but our soul goes to the heaven. And also we believe in the reincarnation. We used to live in the heavenly world and coming down to this earth. In that case, there is a purpose and mission of the life. What is the purpose of this life? As I mentioned before, to improve our spiritual awareness, to improve our soul. That is our purpose of the life. And the mission of the life is to make all the people around you happy. That is the mission of our life. So, in order to live better life in this world, we have to know the purpose and the mission of the life. So this is the spiritual view of life. Without knowing this perspective, who can become happy? So this is the most important thing. That's why the principle of wisdom, principle of knowledge is very important. We have to learn about the spiritual truth. This is the second principle of happiness. And the third principle of happiness is the principle of self-reflection. You do the self-reflection, or have you heard of this term before? When I came to Canada, I asked many Canadians about the self-reflection. Do you know the self-reflection? What is that? Most of the Canadians answer like that. I'm so surprised. Self-reflection is very important. Why? Because human being is a creature that makes that do make mistakes. Lots of mistakes. That's human being. But once we made mistakes, we can reflect upon those thoughts and deeds. Then those mistakes are forgiven. Our divine nature is shining brightly, but so many mistakes gives the divine nature some sort of rust or cloud around the divine nature. So we can shine brightly, brilliantly. So self-reflection is get rid of those dust from our pure heart. Then we can receive the light from the heavenly world. That's the most great happiness we can attain in this life. Have you done the self-reflection before? Looking back your whole life from the beginning. As you were born in this world, loved by your parents and raised by your parents, and going up to the society and supported by lots of people. We have been loved, but we forget about this matter. Sometimes we are so egoistic. We are living just like by ourselves, not getting support from the others. It's not true. We have been loved. We have been supported by the others, but we forgot about this matter. So in that case, we have to do the self-reflection to know that we have been loved from the others. This is a kind of enlightenment. Enlightenment is to know the true self as a soul. So this is a great pleasure, great happiness through the self-reflection. And the fourth principle of happiness is the principle of progress. What is progress? Progress is to improve ourselves toward God, toward the Buddha. This is a kind of enlightenment that Buddhism taught. We are getting closer to the God. Once we get closer to the God, we can get the happiness, great pleasure from there. And also, once we can become enlightened, increase the number of the people who are enlightened in this world. That is also progress. We are seeking for the enlightenment upward and saving the people downward. That is the two directions of the progress. Seeking for the enlightenment gives us very great happiness, and also making the other people happy through the enlightenment is also our happiness. Then this world will become a utopia. This is what we have been trying to, and also this is a source of happiness. I'd like you to practice these four principles of happiness. We call these like a fourfold path. Shakyamuni Buddha taught eightfold path. But this is the modern happiness. Great happiness, practicing fourfold path. And also you have a faith and gathering here. The spiritual truth is almost the same, like a Hinduism and Buddhism, and also happy science. There is a creator of universe, Brahman, and lots of gods manifesting from Brahman. Even Shri Hare Krishna is also the manifestation of the Brahman, I guess. And even Shakyamuni Buddha is a manifestation of Dharma. And our founder of Master Oka, Happy Science founder, Master Oka, is also the manifestation of the Brahman. But actually we call that Brahman El Cantare. El Cantare is the name of the Brahman, another world. And it is said in the universe there is a huge tree like that. We call it cosmic tree, a life tree. In the universe, huge trees exist, and all the religion, the ethnic, coming from that huge trunk. Hinduism also, like Christianity, and also Buddhism, Muslim, all the religions coming from one source, one trunk, and the branches to the world. And also, we are connecting each other. We are part of the cosmic tree of life. To love others is not loving others. Just like loving yourself, because we are connecting each other in a cosmic tree. So now is the time to unify all the religion and make all the people happy. In order to make people happy, I think faith is very important. Faith is also consists of fourfold path, four principles of happiness. Faith. What is faith? Is to love your God, to love your Buddha. That is a principle of happiness, first one. Then, once you love God, what are you going to do? You like to know about the God. So we study about the God. We learn about the God. That is happiness to learn about God. And also the principle of wisdom to know about the God. Once you knew about the God, then what are you going to do? Try to closer to the God, practicing what God would like us to do. So that's means sometimes give love to the others. That's what God asks to do. Or just worship the God. That's very good. And we are to put into practice to love God. But human beings make mistake. So we do meditation, self-reflection, correct our wrong deeds and thoughts. Then we are going to closer to the God. That is the principle of progress. So we became like a God, closer to God. So this is the way to become God-like. The fourfold path, the principle of happiness, leads us to the God. So this is all about the principle of happiness. And also we like to put them into practice as a meditation. Today we are going to practice some meditation about fourfold path. First of all, we like to look back our life from the beginning. We call it a memory. And imagine you were like in your mother's arms. You have been loved and mother and father. And become like a student, taught by a teacher, and given a lot of knowledge from the teacher. Then become like a graduate from the school, working for the society, supported by like a superior and supported by subordinates. So we look back whole life and find the true love. Once we love it in our heart, we are going to try to expand the love to the universe. First of all, we like to expand the love to the family. Next, to the neighbors, the friends, the acquaintances, or colleagues in your company. And also the society, like a city, town you belong to. And expand your love to whole Canada. And expand to love to the whole world. Many people are suffering. You pray for those people. This is the meditation of boundless love, boundless compassion. So, shall we start the meditation now? So first of all, about the posture, you are familiar with the meditation code. So, most important thing is straighten your back. Once you bend your back, you fell asleep. That's why. And straighten your neck, that's the same meaning. And put your hands on your left arm facing upward, receiving the light from the heavenly world. That's very nice. Then you close your eyes lightly. And start breathing deeply. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Breathe deeply. When you breathe, please use your stomach instead of the chest. When you breathe in, feel the stomach rise. When you breathe out, feel the stomach fall. This is abdominal breathing. If your heart is wavering, please count your breath like this. Breathe in 1 and breathe out. Breathe in 2 and out. Please count your breath and concentrate on your counting. Humankind can think about one thing at a time. Once you concentrate on counting, your mind becomes so calm. Please end your meditation and open your eyes. This is a basic calming meditation. So we are going to practice the meditation on love. So again, please close your eyes and start breathing deeply. Please recall your whole memory of the life from the beginning. You are in the mother's arm. Love your parents. Please feel the love from your parents. Please try to remember all the love given by your parents one by one. Please try to remember all the love from your parents one by one. please recall the person who met in the course of your life. And please find the love given by those people, one by one. You have been supported by those people. I think your heart is filled with the gratitude from others and gratitude toward the parents. Now we should give those love to the others. Please find the love in your heart. Inside your heart, there is a heart that wishes happiness for others. Take this moment to recognize again this heart of compassion, the heart of love in your mind. Next, please expand your love to embrace your family members in happiness. Please expand your love to embrace your family members in happiness. Please expand your love to embrace your neighbors, friends, and colleagues. Please expand your love to embrace your neighbors, friends, and colleagues. Furthermore, please expand your love to embrace the city or region you belong to. Furthermore, please expand your love to embrace the city or region you belong to. Finally, you will become compassion or love itself like the sun, expanding your heart of love, the whole universe. Finally, you will become compassion or love itself like the sun, expanding your heart of love to the whole universe. Please end your meditation and open your eyes. Could you become compassion itself, love itself? Your heart of love expanding to the world. That is the mission of your life. And that will lead you the purpose of your life. That means increase and improve your quality of life, love. If you love the people in the world, you are like a bodhisattva, the angel of light. That is our purpose of this life. I hope you enjoy this meditation also lecture, and please enjoy the happiness you obtained today. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Any questions? If you don't have any at this moment, later on we can talk anytime. Thank you very much.